Hello, we are now in Module 1.3, and our vocabulary words we're going to work on today are the words constant and coefficient. Both of these words relate to monomials. So again, let's recall. A monomial, mono means one. So we have one term. Okay, now we can be very specific in naming our monomials. A constant is a monomial that consists of just a real number. So pretty much any number that you write is one term. So it's a monomial. So that's what we call a constant. And think about the word constant in real life. If something is constant, what does that mean? Well, it means it's staying the same, it's never changing. So that's true in math. If I say the number 17, both you and I are thinking about the same thing. We're talking about $17 or 17 of an item. We're both picturing the same amount, so that number is constant to the both of us. It means the same thing. Now remember, a real number can be any number we use on the number line. So whether you write a whole number like 17, or you write -2, which is a negative number, which is called an integer, or you write 1/3, which is a fraction, which is called a rational number, or you write 25 hundredths, which is a decimal, which is also a rational number. Any real number is one term, so they are all considered monomials. But because they all mean the same thing to us, any number is called a constant. So you'll hear throughout algebra us refer to the constant. The constant just means the real number. That's in your expression. That word gets mixed up a lot with the other word that begins with C, which is coefficient. Now, coefficient, again, let's think about this. Co is a prefix. If you know what the prefix co means in English, then you'll understand what a coefficient is. So let's think about some words that have the word co in English. I can think of co-worker. I can think of cooperation. If you use that prefix co, it means to work together. So your coworker is somebody that you work with. So in math, the prefix co means to work together. A coefficient is a number that works with a variable, a letter. And the way they work together is they're side by side. So they are connected by multiplication. So when I write the monomial 5a, we hear the number 5, we hear the variable a. The 5 and the a are side by side. Now 5a is a monomial, that's one thought. I have 5 apples. But that 5, because it's working with the letter a, is called a coefficient. So we would say in the monomial 5a, the coefficient is 5. If I have the monomial -3b, that's a monomial, it's one thought, -3 blueberries. The number -3 is called the coefficient. The next expression is just the letter C. Now I know what you're thinking. You say, well, there is no number working with that C. Remember, to be a monomial, the number and the letter are side by side, so they're connected by multiplication. So what number can you multiply to C that will not change it, that will keep it the letter C? Well, think about third grade math. What number can you multiply to any other number that keeps it the same? Very good. It's the number 1. So when we write the letter C, we're really meaning it's 1 times C. So even though we don't see the coefficient, it's understood to be there. It's an invisible 1. So therefore, every letter that you write in algebra has a coefficient. I'm going to say that again. Every letter has a coefficient. If it's not written there, like the 5 for the A and the -3 with the B, if you do not see the coefficient, it is understood to be the number 1, because 1 times C would be C. So if I ask you the coefficient of the letter C, you're going to say 1. If I ask you the coefficient of the letter X, you're going to say 1. If I ask you the coefficient of the letter Z, you're going to say 1. Now our last expression, D divided by 2, we've already discussed this. that expression is connected by division. Well, first of all, we need to know how to rewrite that as multiplication. So we got to think back again to third grade. What does it mean if I divide something in two parts? It means you would get half of it. So D divided by 2 is really 1/2 times D. And once you say it like that, and once you write it like that, 1/2 times D, now you know the coefficient is 1/2, which is 1/2. What a lot of students get wrong is they look at that expression and they just say that the coefficient is the divide by 2. Well, sweethearts, you can't just write divide by 2. There has to be a number in the numerator. And if you look closely at the D, we just spoke about this, if there's no coefficient listed in front of the D, it must be the number 1. So 1/2 is the fraction value 1/2, and that would be your coefficient. So coefficients can also be any type of real number. They could be whole numbers, they could be positive, they could be negative, they could be integers, they could be fractions, decimals. So pay close attention to your vocabulary. Constant means just a number. Coefficient means the number working with the variable. Okay, I'll see you in the next video.